Hi, my name is Andrea Shea. I'm the outgoing president of the National Alumni Board for Lake Erie College. Normally, we present our Distinguished Alumni Awards during Alumni Weekend. This year in 2021, we have postponed the weekend until the spring, but we wanted to bring to you virtually some of the award winners. Today, I'm here to present the Distinguished Alumni Award to John Paganini. John has a long biography which will be available to you online, but a few of the highlights are that he's had several innovative healthcare systems that he has developed and is very entrepreneurial, has had several businesses including Dinkerbots, a simple radio for people with dementia. He holds a master's degree from the University of Phoenix and an undergraduate degree from Garfield Senior College. He is also very involved on the board, former board member of Lakeland Community College, and on the board here at Lake Erie College. Welcome, John, and congratulations.
Oh, thank you, Andrea. It's quite an honor. Like yourself, Lake Erie College is really an important part of our lives. So to receive this honor is just, I have so much respect for the people who have come before, and of course the people who are going to come after. And you know, you're always humbled by Lake Erie College and the rich tradition and history that this institution brings. And you know, there's so many people who have worked here and attended here since 1856. It's just so many phenomenal individuals have been part of this institution. Even when you walk into College Hall and you look at the black and white pictures on the wall of how life was back in over the decades since back then, and so much history there, and you see how we were impacting society with our fight for women's rights and suffragettes and people like Mary Evans and Emma Gillette and Frances Casement. You know, all those people really made Lake Erie College the great institution that it is, and I see that today continuing to thrive on in the students and the faculty that are part of this great institution today. So it is really, my heart's filled with pride as I thank you for this award, and of course Lake Erie College for this great honor.
So John, tell me a little bit about what brought you to Garfield Senior College at Lake Erie College and some of your fondest memories of your time here.
Well, we're going to have to go back in time a little bit because it's not complex, but you know, back in the day, my dad was a director of management information systems at a local company, Figge International. And one day he brought me into his office, and there was a massive room with a massive computer in it, which probably is what we see on our wristwatch today, that same level of power. And so I was kind of overwhelmed by it. But you know, back then in the 70s, it was not unusual to follow in your father's footsteps. So I decided I was going to be in information technology. And in fact, my brother also followed in my father's footsteps too as well. So we're just like an IT family in a sense. So my dad invested in sending me to one of those phone calls that changes your life, an Institute of Computer Management downtown Cleveland. I got it after 10 months. I had a certificate, and I had my first job at a company called White Motors as a manager of computer services. And while going and working during the day, I realized I need to get my degree. And so I went to Lakeland, as you mentioned earlier, and for 2 years. And the natural next step for me was to stay local. I had to geographically because I was working during the day. Mm-hmm. And so Lake Erie College offered the Garfield Senior College program. So my associates was in data processing, which was called back then. And then I said, and my dad helped me on this. He said, business, you got to learn business. So I combined the business with the IT piece, and Garfield Senior College offered all those tools that have really helped me today as well. And you know, the business law, the marketing, the economics, the accounting, the statistics, all of those courses way back in the 80s are still really deep inside, embedded, if you will, as part of, who I am, and I'm sure for the same for many students. It becomes part of how they think about business in general. Of course, things have changed, but I think the core essence of those learnings and knowledge are still in place. And, the Garfield Senior College was a great experience. The professors were awesome. I remember it was just a fantastic experience. A little bit hectic in a sense because I had to run from my job to college at night, and it was quite rewarding in the end to have graduated, in 4 years with a bachelor's in business management from Lake Erie College. But to continue on that path. White Motors turned into another company called Praxair, where I managed computer services for the West Coast for 12 years. And then I kind of felt the startup entrepreneurial bug. And a company out of Rochester asked me to join them, and we formed a company we had a company of 7 people back then, and we turned that company into 50 people, winded up selling it to Xerox, and I went up to Singapore and ran a small company there. Then came back to the States and started some of that healthcare innovation stuff, especially in radiology information systems. We had a startup there that was successful. Sold that to a company called Merge Healthcare, which turned into IBM. So a lot of exciting things along the way. And recently, my brother and I bought a software company, in an area that I'm learning a lot about for the past couple of years, and that is snow and ice management and landscaping. So I'm still quite active in the entrepreneurial space, although what's different about this company is it's been around since 2004, so it's not really a startup at this point.
Oh, that's fascinating. Thank you. So, John, tell me, what would you say to a student who's considering enrolling in Lake Erie College as either an undergraduate or a graduate student?
Good question, and of course I'm biased, as we all are here. This is the greatest college. And the experience here was fantastic. But essentially, Andrea, it worked for me, so it's going to work for you. You have to put some work into it and some effort. But I think the core business knowledge and skills obtained from Lake Erie College contributed greatly to the ongoing business experience one has in everyday life. And as I mentioned earlier, that stuff is built into your core and it becomes part of who you are. Lake Erie College is part of who we are today. So there's a lot to be said about the value of college, financial stability, satisfaction. Also, it's both inside and outside the workplace where this actually influences who you are as a person. I mean, I've always said that if all things are equal between 2 people applying for a job, the one with the college degree is going to win. I mean, that's fairly obvious most of the time. And I think it's an edge. There's a great camaraderie among the Alumni Association itself, and that really can be a good networking opportunity for people to just have some contacts in and outside their own industries that they're in for advice and direction. I know that when I was younger, I was still looking for guidance and direction, and I found some of that just in the discipline of going to college itself and having to be in class and on time and doing your homework, and all the structure around going to college really helped grow me as an individual. So I think Lake Erie College has great values when it comes to the student population with regard especially the community. Lake Erie College has a great interest in providing support and growth to the community, and I think of the Painesville Promise as a great initiative where we're helping those who wouldn't ordinarily be able to go to a private college come and experience that. And I hope that becomes actually a template for other cities within Lake County and maybe outside the region. So it's Lake Erie College's involvement in the community that really makes it special in that sense, and I think that transcends down into the students and becomes part of who they are, so that when they graduate from here, they too become active members of the community.
I couldn't agree with you more. I think it's a wonderful program, and as you said, it builds you both inside and out.
Absolutely.
So thank you again for your time today, and congratulations as
Thank
being Distinguished Alumni Award winner 2021. We look forward to having a party in the spring to
Fun.
celebrate you and our other distinguished alumni. But congratulations, and please take your award with you, and hopefully put you at somewhere place special to remember your days at Lake Erie College.
It'll have a place of honor forever. So
Wonderful.
thank you very much, Amber.
Thank you.
And thank you to the college.